Welcome to the Business English Podcast, your go-to audio companion for mastering the subtleties of professional English as a non-native speaker. I'm your host Rob for this journey, ready to navigate the intricate pathways of business English together. Today's episode is a special one, titled Confused and Embarrassed, to do and to make in business English. Now, have you ever found yourself in the middle of a sentence, suddenly unsure whether to do or to make fits the bill? You're not alone. This common dilemma can lead to hesitation, which in high-stakes business environments might be the last thing you want. But fear not, because by the end of this episode, you'll not only understand the difference between these verbs, but wield them with precision in any professional setting. So why do these simple verbs cause so much confusion? Well, at first glance, the rules seem pretty straightforward. Use to do when referring to tasks or activities, and to make when you're talking about creating or producing something. However, the English language loves its exceptions, especially in the business world. The distinction isn't always black and white, leading to moments of hesitation that can make even the most confident speaker pause. Have you ever made a report when you should have done some analysis? Or perhaps you've told someone you need to do a decision instead of make a decision. These slips are common and understandable, but imagine the impact of using these verbs correctly with confidence and style. So, what if I told you that by the end of this episode, you'll have a suite of advanced phrases for to do and to make at your disposal? Phrases that will not only help you avoid common mistakes, but also enhance your professional English in both formal and informal scenarios. Sounds intriguing? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the nuances of to do and to make, ensuring you'll never mix them up again in a professional setting. So, whether you're preparing for a high-pressure board meeting or looking to polish your daily communication with colleagues, this episode is your go-to for climbing the corporate language ladder. Let's embark on this journey to elevate your business English from good to exceptional. Stay with me as we unravel the mysteries of to do and to make in the professional world. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Business English Podcast. Helping professionals communicate more effectively, more confidently, and with impact. With your host, Rob, from Energetic English. Let's get down to business. Diving deeper into our exploration of to do and to make. Let's unravel why these two seemingly simple verbs often trip up even the most seasoned professionals in the English-speaking business world. It's a common sight. You're in the middle of crafting an email, presenting a report, or even just chatting with a colleague, and there it is, the roadblock that is the choice between to do and to make. But why this confusion? Why do these verbs, straightforward in so many languages, become a stumbling block in English? The root of this conundrum lies in the nuanced nature of English itself, a language rich in exceptions, idiomatic expressions, and rules that sometimes seem to contradict each other. For starters, the basic rule that to do relates to actions, tasks, and activities, while to make is about creation and production, is a helpful guideline, but not without its exceptions. Consider the phrase make a decision. Here, make is used not in the sense of physically creating something, but in the more abstract sense of arriving at a conclusion. Similarly, we do business with someone, using do not in the sense of performing a simple action, but as a way of describing engagement in complex, multifaceted activities. Have you ever paused, pen in hands, or fingers hovering over the keyboard, wondering whether it's do a favour or make a favour? Or perhaps found yourself second guessing whether you should make your homework or do your homework. These moments of hesitation can disrupt the flow of communication, leading not only to self-doubt, but potentially to misunderstandings as well. Let's peel back the layers even further with more examples. Consider the phrases do the math or make an impression. Do the math implies carrying out a specific task, solving a mathematical problem, whereas make an impression involves creating a lasting effect on someone's perception, again showcasing make in its more abstract form. And yet the logic behind these usages isn't always clear cut. Why do we make the bed and not do the bed when the action involves arranging the bed neatly? Well, this is English for you, full of surprises and exceptions that defy straightforward rules. Now imagine you're tasked with leading a project. Would you make a plan or do a plan? Here, make is the appropriate choice, as it involves creating a strategy from scratch. But then we do planning when referring to the process of organising and strategizing, illustrating how context can shift the verb we choose. The intricacies of to do and to make extend beyond these examples, permeating every level of business English. From making profit, creating financial gain, to doing a review, performing an evaluation. Each phrase carries its own logic, shaped by convention and usage rather than strict rules. So, how do you navigate this maze? How do you ensure that you're using the right verb at the right time? The key lies in immersion and practice. By exposing yourself to a wide range of business English contexts, be it through reading, listening, or engaging in conversation, you'll start to develop an intuitive sense of which verb to use and when. But don't worry, you're not on this journey alone. Throughout this episode, we'll continue to explore, dissect, and provide you with the tools you need to master the use of to do and to make in any professional setting. We'll arm you with the phrases, tips, and insights that will not only clarify these verbs' uses, but also elevate your business English to new heights. Stay tuned as we delve into specific scenarios from high-pressure negotiations to casual office banter and uncover the phrases that will make you sound like a seasoned English-speaking professional. With each example, you'll gain confidence and clarity, ensuring that the next time you face the choice between to do and to make, you'll do so with assurance and precision. Breaking down the differences. As we peel back the layers of confusion surrounding to do and to make, let's dive into the heart of the matter, breaking down the differences with precision that'll sharpen your business English skills to a fine edge. Understanding these nuances isn't just about avoiding mistakes, it's about crafting your language in a way that commands respect and attention in any professional setting. So let's get right into it, starting with to do. The domain of to do. When we talk about to do, think action, think tasks, think activities. This little verb is all about the doing, the executing, the performing. But how does this play out in a business context? Let's take a closer look with some examples that'll illuminate that path. To do a review or to do an analysis implies engaging in a thorough examination or evaluation. It's not just about looking at numbers or feedback, it's about digging deep, understanding the intricacies and drawing insights. When you say, let's do a comprehensive review of our marketing strategy, you're not just skimming the surface, you're committing to a detailed and a critical assessment. To do business is another fascinating expression. Here, do encompasses a range of activities involved in engaging with clients, partners, and the market at large. It's about negotiation, collaboration, and transaction. Saying we do business with leading tech companies doesn't just mean you have casual interactions, it implies a deep, ongoing professional relationship. But what about when you're juggling tasks, sprinting from meeting to meeting, feeling like a circus performer spinning plates? That's when you might say, I have a lot to do. This simple phrase is a powerhouse, signalling a packed schedule and a high level of responsibility. It's concise, yet it paints a picture of efficiency and dedication. Now, venturing into to make. Now, let's shift gears to make. This is where creation happens, where things come into being, from ideas to tangible outcomes. To make is about bringing something new to the table, whether it's a product, a decision, or a plan. Here are some instances where to make takes centre stage. To make a decision is perhaps one of the most critical uses of make in a business context. This isn't about any decision, it's about those pivotal moments that can change the course of a project or company. When you say, we need to make a decision on the new product launch, you're highlighting the weight and significance of the choice at hand. Ever thought about the importance of making time? In the bustling world of business, time is a precious commodity. Making time for a client meeting or making time for team development isn't just about scheduling, it's about prioritizing, about valuing certain activities and relationships over others. And then there's making progress. This phrase is all about advancement, about moving forward in a meaningful way. When a team is making significant progress on a project, it's not just about crossing tasks off a list, it's about achieving milestones, about evolving towards a goal. And so, putting it all together. Understanding when to use to do and to make is about more than just memorizing rules. It's about feeling the language, understanding the context, and expressing yourself with clarity and impact. Each phrase we've explored today opens a door to more effective communication, to a way of speaking that not only conveys information, but also your engagement and investment in the work at hand. But how can you start incorporating these phrases into your daily professional life? It begins with awareness. Start by listening, really listening, to how these verbs are used in meetings, in emails, and in professional articles. Then practice. Whether it's through writing exercises, conversations with colleagues, or even mentally rehearsing how you might use these phrases, the key is to make them part of your active vocabulary. And remember, every mistake is a stepping stone to mastery. If you find yourself slipping up, take a moment to reflect on why. Was it the context that threw you off, or perhaps the pressure of the moment? Each error is a clue, guiding you towards a deeper understanding of business English. So as we wrap up this section, I leave you with a question. What opportunities will you make to practice these phrases in the coming week? And what tasks do you need to do to ensure your success? Keep these questions in mind as we continue to explore the vast, vibrant landscape of business English. Now that we've dissected the nuances between to do and to make, let's pivot towards bringing these insights into the real world, where theory meets practice and words power our professional journeys. Now here is something to bear in mind. Your understanding of these verbs not only boosts your confidence, but also elevates your presence in the professional business arena. Intrigued? Let's dive in. First off, remember that mastering to do and to make is like sharpening a pair of swords in your linguistic arsenal. Each verb, wielded with precision, can cut through confusion and carve out clear, impactful communication. But how do we ensure these verbs are not just understood, but used effectively? Practical application in everyday scenarios. Think about the myriad of tasks you face daily. From emails that need drafting to meetings that require leading, each presents an opportunity to practice. Let's start with to do. When you're tackling your inbox, consider phrases like, I'll do a quick review of the attachments, or I need to do a follow-up on that proposal. Each time you use to do correctly, you're not just completing tasks, you're reinforcing your grasp of nuanced English. Now, turn your attention to make. Imagine you're brainstorming with your team. Phrases like, let's make a comprehensive plan, or we need to make a few adjustments based on feedback, become tools for fostering collaboration and innovation. Each make not only conveys creation, but also your role as a proactive, creative thinker. From meetings to management, elevating your English. Consider the broader implications of these verbs in leadership and management contexts. A manager might say, "We need to do a performance review next quarter," or "It's time to do strategic planning." Here, to do encapsulates a range of complex, ongoing activities integral to business success. Alternatively, when setting goals or benchmarks, to make shines. Our goal is to make a 10% increase in sales, or we're on track to make significant gains in market share. These structures reflect not just aspiration, but the creation of tangible outcomes, a hallmark of effective leadership. Navigating challenges and celebrating success. Business English isn't just about the day-to-day, it's about navigating challenges and celebrating success. When faced with difficulties, phrases like "we have to do some problem solving" or "let's do a risk assessment" empower you to tackle obstacles head on. Conversely, when celebrating achievements, saying "we made our targets this quarter" or "we've made remarkable progress" allows you to acknowledge and share success. Engagement through language. Engaging with colleagues and clients in English is about more than just business transactions. It's about building relationships. Consider the difference between "I'll do an introduction" and "let's make a connection." The former is transactional, while the latter is relational, emphasizing the creation of something valuable and lasting. The path forward. As we weave these verbs into our professional lexicon, remember, the journey to mastery is ongoing. Curiosity, practice, and reflection are your best allies. Start small, perhaps by choosing one phrase to focus on each week. Incorporate it into your emails, your meetings, and conversations. Listen to feedback and adjust accordingly. And now a question to ponder. What scenarios will you find this week to apply to do and to make? How will you measure your progress in mastering these verbs? This isn't just about linguistic accuracy, it's about enhancing your professional persona, one phrase at a time. In closing, remember that every interaction, every email, every meeting is an opportunity to refine your use of to do and to make. Embrace these moments, for they are the stepping stones to fluency and confidence in business English. Stay curious, stay engaged, and let's continue to grow together. Until next time, keep making strides and doing what it takes to excel in the world of business English.
You have been listening to the Business English Podcast. Remember to subscribe, leave a review, and we'll see you next time.